Good evening, everybody. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it. Sorry we missed you last week. We about didn't come up this week. Somebody over here has been sick, and it's
Flu A.
Yep, she got the flu.
It's nasty. And I had a flu shot.
I did too, and she ended up going to the doctor today. I went with her, and the doctor said that, what was it? The flu shot that we got, the one I got the B, I guess, and it was okay for the one I got, but not the one she got, which I did get a cough and things like that, but not bad.
Yeah.
She was sick and almost over it and got sick again. The same with me. It's just like you almost get rid of it and it comes right back to us. Let's go through here and say hello, everybody. The Bad Influencer. Hello, Brian, Robert, and Melissa. Miss Mary. Try to do this. It's been a couple of days. Hello, Shane. Mr. Jody Mosby. So the other day, Risha had a special package down at the post office. I had to go get for him and deliver. You remember your special package from the post office? The other day. Remember I had to go to the post office and get your special package?
Yeah. You gonna show it?
You don't even know what your special package was?
I don't know. How am I supposed to remember?
Okay, Jody, that shows where you rank, buddy.
What do you say?
I had to go pick Jody up for you.
Oh, God. Don't do that when I'm sick. I don't catch on to nothing.
Yeah, Jody stopped by. So Jody and Shane have both been to our local post office, and I had to go pick them both up there. Yeah. So if you ever want to come see us, just get mail to our local post office, and
we'll pick you up.
We'll make sure you get delivered. But it's good to see Jody. I'm glad he come by. Hello, Miss T. Well, I thought I was caught up. Hi, Amanda. So yeah, we were going to go detecting Saturday, but neither one of us was feeling the greatest, and we went to Beard Lights basketball game, and it was cold, damp, and windy, and we decided not to. So we went back.
The next day, Sunday.
Robert and Melissa said they finally got over theirs. The doctor told her it'd be about 6 to 7 days.
She said 7 to 10 days.
Oh, you can remember that, but you can't remember what you got at the post office.
Well, you picked up a lot of things at the post office.
Well, I only pick them up on Saturdays because they're only open like 3 hours through the day. So I don't hide out through the winter isn't so bad. Went to the doctor yesterday, 4 more weeks of being grounded to. So basically, I beat cancer.
Be killed with boredom.
Yeah, well, we're all happy for you, Mary.
Yes.
That's great
Amazing
news.
Hi, Brian.
We've got to have you around to harass us. I know that.
Dave.
Where's Dave?
I'm at the bottom.
Oh, you're at the bottom. Hi, Cheryl. Ken.
I need a nap.
That's all you've done for a week is sleep.
That's all I feel like doing.
Hi, Brian. Yeah, so we went for a little bit Sunday. She wasn't feeling good. Ding, ding. How you doing, brother? I sent you a link if you do want to come up for a minute, Dave. That's up to you, buddy. But you're welcome. Hi, Yodi. So yeah, I've been fighting it. She's been fighting it. We both were about over it. And then
Beard Light has it.
Beard Light has it.
He's been fighting it.
I've had to miss two of his basketball games because of work.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had one Monday night, and she had to miss it because she was sick. They won 18-4 though, and they're gonna play a team that beat the same team we beat 18-4. So they're the only two undefeated teams, and Monday night, whoever wins that game will win the championship at this tournament that they're in. But they got games through the end of February, and then I guess they got another tournament in March. It's fun watching them little guys out there. The first time they went over to this town to play, there was half boys, half girls, and all the ran down there in the court, and they ran up there to guard, and then they all jumped back like, oh, girls. We do have an awesome special guest tonight. Thank you for coming in, brother. Morning.
Morning.
Dave.
Ding, ding.
Dave's was pretty sick, and he said he's doing a lot better now, and that's great news.
Oh, I feel so much better now. And 2 weeks for the flu.
That's what she's going through.
Going on the second week.
Oh, hugs, Risha.
Hey.
It's not forever.
Yeah.
Right, give me a second. I've got something to show you. You said you wanted a picture, but I'm gonna have to lift it up or something. Just give me a second.
All right, let me make you solo layout so we can see it.
Sickness does suck.
Yeah, the doctor thinks another day or two sure to be doing better. Hopefully. If it's not being sick, keeping us from going out and doing something, it's the weather. It rained today. Well, it sounds big, Dave. Hi, Joker.
Yeah. I've got to take a couple of bits out so I can lift it up. I was not prepared for this. There's far too much in here.
Yeah, I said hi to Joker. I just thought I heard more rain.
Oh, jeez.
I'm more worried about my mum's downstairs trying to sleep.
Ah. Well, if you end up with a knot on your head, we'll know.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so it's not exactly the same, but this is what I was looking at when you was on your video.
Hi, Tom.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's got the hole for the key, but that's the plate that I was looking at when you pulled it out of the ground.
Okay.
That may be what it is.
Might be. That's
It's
cool.
a similar size.
Yeah.
And this hasn't got anything written on it, but
No.
it's made me think what it might have been.
Hi, Tom.
Right.
Hi, Colt.
I'm going to put this down now because it's too heavy.
All right. Thank you, sir. Hi, Tom and Colt. Yeah, hi, Jessica. That might be what it is. We've tried to read the name, but it's got holes for like the little nails went in it that kind of mess up the lettering. So it's really hard to tell. And we've got so much stuff. I have no idea where that piece is even at right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot Dave's solo layout. Solo layout.
Oh, you're back. Hey.
Yeah. Hi, Jason. But yeah, it's crazy the stuff we're finding at that new permission. The
It looks a tasty spot.
first time or the second time I found this shell casing. I wasn't sure what it was, but Tri-Valley Brian has a buddy that went to school and studied a lot on the Civil War, and it's an actual rimfire cartridge from the Civil War.
Hey, Jersey.
Rachel.
Nice.
Hey, Jessica. Motor City.
And I found a little Civil War cuff button, and she's found 2 or 3 military items there. There was a hotel there in the 1800s, and these people owned basically a city block. By looking at like the 1920s, I think it was, or 30s, picture of this place, there was a few houses there. There's only one now that they live in. But it seems like every time we go there, I get called a punk or a slob or something.
Yeah.
We have found some really cool stuff there, and it's like we go right back over the places we've been and just a little different angle and find more stuff. Yeah,
That's
in
so
the
cool.
word.
Yeah.
I've got a little something I want to show Risha. I
Jason,
haven't.
wish I was a young punk.
Rob is the slot.
I haven't only just put it on. I've been wearing it all day. But
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Heck yeah. I wore mine the other day. That's from a dirt track up in Wisconsin. When we were up there, we all went and watched the dirt track races. And
oh yeah.
I grabbed my Kelly, and it was really dusty, but Dave and I both ended up with a hoodie from there.
Yeah.
Hey, Grandma Kelly.
I thought it'd be all right. It's like, yeah, it's nice weather. It'd be nice and warm. No, it got cold real quick and
Yeah.
dirty, really dirty.
I couldn't
But it
believe
was good
how
fun.
much it changed.
That was good fun.
Mm-hmm.
Did I miss Tim?
So yeah, we've got to have a chat at some point about doing a live.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let me know and we will make that spot available for you.
Oh, thanks, buddy. I
We
bet
took
you're
last
itching
week
for a
off.
week off.
Yeah, we took last week off. We were just getting over the sickness, and then boom, got it right back again.
Oh no. Well, touch wood, that don't happen to me. I've been out of action for 2 weeks, and I seem to be back 100-mile-an-hour full pelt again. As soon as I get a bit of rosy in my cheeks, Ray takes me out for 3 cleanups in 3 days.
Oh,
Dave lives in the UK, Rachel.
Yeah, that's why I talk funny.
But if we were over there, you'd think we talk funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you talk funny. So yeah, we took Christmas off because the Wednesday night live would have fallen on our Christmas day. So I was like, well, no, because I did a Christmas live last year. That's right, you was on it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the Christmas live you was on?
Yes. Hi, Bob. Hi, Greg. Rachel wants to know whereabouts.
Right in the middle.
Where at, Dave?
Right in the middle. Place called Northampton.
Northampton.
Okay.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Right in the middle.
Grandma Kelly Beard, all of you talk funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ray lives in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Birmingham.
Birmingham? I don't know. I can't say it right.
It's about an hour and a half away from me driving.
Greg said the English speak proper English.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if we can be bothered. Yeah, I'll learn you how to speak English proper.
You'll learn me now. Or you come hang around here and we'll go down to my cousin's house and I'll learn you proper hillbilly. A lot of times me and him go to talk and people look at us like, what are they saying? Have no idea. I work. Hi, Shannon. I think I said hi to Shannon earlier.
Well, we've got our dialects in England, just like you've got your dialects in the States. Like we could have somebody from, I don't know, Wales, and they'll say something simple, and we're like, "Okay." We don't understand half of the people that speak English.
Yeah, I worked with a guy for a long time. He was born in Mexico and then he's lived up here for years and years. But he said it depends on what part of Mexico you go into. A word they say on one part of Mexico means something totally different in the other part of Mexico. And then there's words in Spanish in certain parts that's not even in Spanish in the other parts. He said it's like every area has their own little way they talk.
Oh, that'd do my head in. Like, I was when I was at school, because I'm partially deaf and I wear hearing aids. There was this joke going around school that I think it started off with somebody asked me about the weather, and I answered it with, "I've got two brothers," and it just like everybody took Mickey afterwards. Like they'd say one thing, and somebody else would say something completely random in return, and I'll be like, what's going on?" And it's because they're taking a Mickey out of me.
Jersey Ray says, my great grandfather from Sussex, can't remember right now exactly where right now. Still has family there.
Oh, should get your family tree out and have a look.
Joker says, as a French Canadian, I don't understand anything when you talk, but as a Scottish descendant, you're awesome, mate.
How you doing, Joker? Been a while. I've got a question for you, Beard.
Uh-oh.
Are you heading to Wisconsin this year?
Yeah, we're planning on going up there.
Do you have a date yet?
No. We're not sure when we're going. It'll probably be in May or June, but we're not exactly sure when yet or how long. We're thinking we'll stay a couple weeks, but we'll have to see how it goes because I'm trying to get some stuff medically taken care of and to get retired and all that fun stuff before I go.
Well, I haven't got too many details, but there might be a reason why we're asking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when we end the live, we can talk about it.
Yeah, man.
Sonic, my ancestry is British, Swedish, Scottish, Norwegian, and Finnish. In that order.
I noticed Finnish is at the end.
I think we have ancestors in the UK, in the town of Newton.
Oh, right.
Because that's where my dad's, I think it's where his great-great-grandfather come from, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Where I got my last name, to my understanding.
Well, I know Washington came from just around the corner. There's a posh estate called Althorpe Estate, and it's just around the corner from me in Northampton. And it's actually the home of Princess Diana and her brother.
Okay.
and there's a nice little church on the grounds. And I've been in and had a look, and I think it's Washington's granddad that came from there.
Okay. Well,
Mm.
one of my sisters from my mom and dad's 60th wedding anniversary had all that research done, and from what they understood, basically when the town started, whatever the town's name was, that's what people adopted as their last name when they come to the United States.
Okay.
Rachel says she has surgery tomorrow.
So your ancestors moved into a town called Antler.
Yeah. Yeah. My great 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 grandkids' last name will be Antler.
It's like they say, was it the Eiffel Tower is named after the person that made it. So I said, well, Tower's not a bad name.
No. Grandma Kelly says I'm almost all British, but my name is all Irish. And Bob says he was related to Princess Diana on his mother's side. That's cool, Bob.
Ah. How many generations did you go back to link that up?
I don't remember how many they went back, to be honest. My dad's got all the paperwork, and that was what, 9 years ago? I think 9 years ago when they did that research. My dad's got the paperwork, so I can't remember all of the details of it.
Well, my dad's done some, and well, before he passed away, and then my mum's done some, but she's not really too into it now. She did get quite far back, but I'm the custodian, shall I say, of about 5 boxes of paperwork and birth certificates and pictures, and
Wow.
it'll take me a year just to look through it.
Yeah, it will. Shannon says his wife has a gentleman from the UK working in the dairy section of her store. I have a hard time speaking with him yet.
We're not that bad. Everybody'd understand me tonight.
Cheryl says I've got distant cousins in Salt Lake City. Workman said my family came to America in 1647. Wow. Yeah, it's really a small world if you stop and think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you want to go somewhere.
Yeah, unless you want to go somewhere, then it's a long drive. But
Oh, awesome. I've just checked. I've been checking my video all day today. It's only been out since last night. It's already at 2.5k.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I've been checking it like every half an hour. It's funny. But I was pretty impressed with that one because it was a train bridge, and we're pulling out all this stuff, and we're going like, yeah, well, it's a railway, so that makes sense. And we're pulling out these massive chunks of metal with all these studs across them, and we're like, why are they? Surely they're off the bridge. Why are they all mangled up? What's going on here? And it turns out that just before the end of the day, so it couldn't have been more perfect timing. I get this guy coming along on an electric scooter, and he's looking at it, and he's like, "Oh, you found a load of junk here, didn't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, well, it's no surprise it's all railway stuff." You'd never guess what he said. He goes, "I used to work in the smithy just around the corner. I used to make half of this stuff." Oh, wow.
That's
Nice
awesome.
one. So I started chatting with him. He only tells me that the other end of the bridge, there was a train crash. The train came off the bridge into the water. And that's why we're finding all the big pieces of bridge and everything. We'd only just stumbled across a train crash.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. That made my video.
Yeah, you just never know. I know when I first started magnet fishing, there's a bridge. In fact, it's where I made my first video and found my first pew. I got my magnet stuck and I hooked the truck on it, and unfortunately the rope dragged down the bridge and busted the rope. There was enough left. I got it and I could tie a knot in it, and I threw it on the bank and went around and I got it pulled loose. I'm like, I don't know what I was stuck on, but I couldn't pull it straight up and I couldn't move it. I went back a couple weeks later and the water was down a little bit, and there was an old steel bridge there, and they had just cut that off and left those other I-beams in the concrete, in the mud and stuff. So there was no way of pulling it out of there.
No. Wow. We tried to get a safe out the other day. Where was we? Nottingham. And we got the grapple inside the safe where they'd cut it open at the back. And I'm like, yeah, well, we can take it up that way with a ratchet strap. And trying to with a ratchet strap, it weren't coming out. It just kept turning over. And I'm like, well, we need to take it up that way, but we might need to put it on the car. So Ray's like, yeah, no problem. Turn the car around, chucked it on the back of it where his tow rope is. He's pulling, and I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. That snap, and it's just gone wild. It's broke the carabiner that was in between the rope and the grapple hook, and it's gone flying up in the tree. Only we didn't know what had actually snapped. So I've got up to this tree and I'm looking up there. I'm pulling it down like that. I'll just stop for a second. Hold on. This had better not have a grapple hook on the end of it, because that's going in my head. And luckily it didn't have the grapple hook on it.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Oh yeah. We've had a few ropes snap trying to get a car on it.
Yeah. If anybody didn't watch our premiere earlier, we found some pretty cool stuff on this video.
Oh yeah. That was a silver coin as well, wasn't it? 1940 something.
Yeah, it was a silver $50.
Oh, nice.
We've been to that place 4 times, and I've pulled 3 silvers out of there. The time before this last video, I found my first shield nickel, and we've just found some incredible stuff there.
Yeah, man.
Cheryl, I don't even think I can pronounce that. Niagars?
That sounds rude if you say it right. Wrong.
Yeah, I was being cautious.
I'm not even trying it.
I was being very cautious.
I'm not even trying. I do like metal detecting. I've got my metal detector, but I find that it's not quite as rewarding as when I do my magnet fishing, because the amount of stuff that we can find in the canals here and the rivers, and as well as all the rubbish that we pick up as well, it's like this massive great big pile of it at the end. Whereas I go metal detecting, and not only do I have to take time out of my busy schedule to go look for permissions and go and ask the farmers and all this stuff, but then when you do get permission, it's like beep 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 all day, and I've got less than a carry bag full.
Yeah.
It's just not quite as, unless you find something that is like, oh wow, hold the front page. It's still good getting it out of the environment, but it's not nearly as satisfying as a big pile of crap.
Oh, Niagara. Okay.
Yeah.
Shannon said tension and line dangerous. Throw a jacket over the line to dampen the line if it breaks.
Oh, oh, to hold it down
Yeah.
so that it don't fly in the tree. Yeah, good point.
He said we found a lot of old bridge pillars and beams just cut off and left in the rivers beneath the new bridges. I think they do that a lot, Ken. Okay, in Niagara. All right. Okay, thank you, Workman. He said that the one
Very.
bullet I found was a blank.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Larry.
It was only about a
Hi,
month
Nate.
ago that I realised that, I mean, I've seen blank pistol bullets, but blank rifle bullets, they're the ones with like the stars on the end.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that until I pulled them out.
Well, I see what you're saying about magnet fishing versus metal detecting, which I love both.
Mm.
See, here in the U.S., to find any coins in the water here, there's only one coin in the U.S. made that you're going to find, and that is a 43 steel penny.
Oh, the steel one, yeah.
The rest of our coins are non-magnetic. There could be $10 million in coins in the bottom, and your magnet ain't going to pull them up.
Yeah.
And it's
But there is a way.
to find stuff with a magnet, but like in Wisconsin, when I dug that plug and I pulled 5 silver coins out of it, that's pretty exciting.
Mm.
I mean, they're both fun to me. I love doing them both. Our problem with magnet fishing anymore is we've only got like 2 or 3 really good spots, or had, and we've hit them so hard over the last 4 years, we've just about wiped them out.
Mm.
And now, huh?
One of them's not wiped out. We just can't get out in the water.
Yeah, well, there's one that we know is still full, but you can only throw a rope so far. And as far as you can throw a rope from the bridge, it's been cleaned out. If you could go another 20, 30 feet farther than that, if you could throw a 150-foot rope to the end, you'd find a lot more stuff. But I can't throw a magnet that far.
Yeah, but then you've got to drag it back and have it not fall there. So what about getting a boat?
You can't. You're not allowed to put boats in it.
Oh,
Yeah, you're not allowed to swim. You're really not even allowed to even step in the water, or they will fine you.
why is that?
Well, it's the city's drinking water.
Oh, I see. They don't want you to pee in it.
Yeah, but it's so full of stuff. If you want to talk, dear, would you please come over here? I'm trying to listen to him and listen to you. He's over here talking, and I'm talking to you, and you're talking. So each ear is trying to pick up a conversation.
You're the man in the middle, mate.
Yeah.
Translator.
Grandma Kelly said, you really never find coins in the U.S. unless they are from other countries. Once in a great while, a coin gets stuck because it's between other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm over $300 from metal detecting. Yeah, I have found 3 coins that I know of from other countries in the 20s and 30s. But as far as U.S. coins, I just haven't found. Like your guys' coins are magnetic, so you can pull them out of water.
But only since 1971, though.
Okay, and some Canadian coins are magnetic. But all I've ever found, I think, I can't remember the countries, but I found like a 50-cent piece and a quarter piece, a 25-cent piece, and a 10-cent piece. And I think they're all 3 from different countries. So what I would figure was somebody stole a safe or something from a house and went threw all the money, didn't know what that was, knew they couldn't spend it here, and just threw it in the water with everything else. And I just lucked on to finding 3 different coins.
Mhm.
These silver foreign coins laying down there too. because
Yeah,
they're-
I know there could be, but that's what I'm saying. They're not magnetic. Silver's not magnetic, so
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
never.
No.
But never say never. Where there's a will, there's a way. What about? It all depends on how deep it is. You know them shovels that they've got with the holes in it that you use on the beach?
Yeah,
Now, if you could use one of those along the bottom, you'd grab everything that weren't magnetic that's still in there. It'd be
yeah.
a needle in a haystack, but it
Yeah.
worked.
The problem is, and I had a fisherman show me up there one day. If you lean over the edge of the bridge, there's a scratch mark, and there's numbers. And
Oh, yeah.
somebody has measured from that scratch mark to the bottom of the water how deep it is. And a lot of it's 23 feet, 26 feet. So from the edge of that bridge to the bottom, a lot of that water is over 20 foot deep. So you'd have to have a really long handle. Yeah, Shannon, it says our water here in God's country is so clear. There's nothing hidden. And that's what I was telling the people in Wisconsin. We got a little creek here about 1.5 miles from the house. And there's one hole when I was a kid that we went to St. Minnows in, and I never touched bottom. It's got to be 15, 18 feet deep. But you can stand on the bank and you can look down and you can see every rock in the bottom of it. It's so clear.
But I risk having said that I've always got an answer for everything. But if you've got 10 broomsticks and just tape them all together, it might get a bit floppy. But
Dave's coming up with a solution.
if you've got a problem, I'll find the answer, mate.
You can tie this to the rope and just drag.
Yeah, till it gets stuck. That's awesome. Pair of glasses from the 1840s.
Oh, wow.
We found a few foreign coins, but they're few and far between. But detecting, we got a couple of jars full of coins. We've been detecting water more now. That's really cool. That is cool.
It's a lamp off a Ford Model A.
That's awesome. Did you pull that out of the water?
No. This was given to me by somebody who found one in a barn, but the car was trashed. But they took a couple of mementos off of it, and I ended up with one of them.
That's really cool.
Yeah, man.
I like that.
Still got the wick in it.
Yeah, I saw that. That's neat.
Yeah, man.
Grandma Kelly says also metal detecting is a 3-hour commitment and magnet fishing is an all 4+ hour commitment, and the detector rides with me all the time. They're both fun. I mean, and now we've got into gold panning some, and we're going to do more of that. Yeah, because we needed another hobby. But now when we go down the road, we see an old house, I want to dig that yard, or we see a bridge, I want to throw a magnet off there. So we're always looking for things we want to do. Shannon said we don't put our boomsticks in the water.
That's what I got a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, that's on my bucket list right there.
Yeah, man.
When
I'd
we
show
went
you
to
the
Wisconsin last year, we stopped at Beloit and threw for 4 or 5 hours trying to find one, but I didn't luck into one.
Well, I don't know if this is going to work, but I ain't lifting it up. No way. Let's see if I can get this to work.
Oh yeah, your Canon. That's a really cool find. That will be hard to beat.
Yeah.
That'd be a hard one to beat.
I've got the cannonball that fits it as well. The little falconet one, about £2.
You guys have a lot more history than we have, though. I mean, as far as the country being a lot older.
The one on the left, this one, the small one, is the one that fits the cannon.
That's really cool.
Yeah, man.
That's on my bucket list. Either one of those would tickle me to death.
Cool.
This last year when we went up, I had two things on my bucket list. I wanted to find a Caltrip and I wanted to find a Picaroon. Because the year before I threw and not either one. This year I ended up finding a lot of Caltrips, and my very first throw, while you were there, I found the Picaroon.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's one I can stick in my luggage.
That one's really cool too. Doggone. Yeah, you have found some super cool stuff.
Oh mate, this place is like a museum.
Grandma Kelly said everything's on my bucket list.
I've got bucket on my bucket list. I found everything else.
T said, sure, rub it in, Dave. You guys will never get beat by any. Find all the world after finding those. Yeah, you find some really cool stuff.
Yeah. Well, I should expect so. I've been doing it 11 years. I expect a few perks to come out.
Yeah, and Grandma Kelly said everything's on her bucket list. She's the queen of garbage. But yeah, I mean, I think everybody has a never-ending bucket list because you have things you want to find, and when you find those things, you can always think of other things you want to find.
Well, I've been asked a few times what's on my bucket list, and I always just don't know. The thing is because my channel or my life has been about cleaning up the environment. So if I went out one day magnet fishing and all I found was nails, you guys would get a video with how many millions of nails I found. So I like put it this way: I found a chainsaw, but I pulled it out, and I'm like, wow! And I got it on video going. Well, if that was on my bucket list, it is now. I never thought I'd pull out a chainsaw, but
Yeah,
I don't really have a bucket list.
I found a chainsaw 2 or 3 years ago. A little old bitty bridge off the middle of nowhere, and there's a little old wide spot in the water, and I threw the magnet out. Bam! I'm like, what in the heck? And I pulled a chainsaw out right off the bat.
Sweet.
You know, John and I pulled a stove and a dryer out of the water. Mary said, is it weird I don't have anything on my bucket list? Shannon said, I found a grape shot, if I remember correctly. Brian, Tri-Valley identified it for him. That's awesome, Shannon. Yeah, that's a grape shot or a cannonball is on my bucket list. And Bob's asking Mary if she has a bucket list.
Would it still be on your bucket list if you was given one?
To find one, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody gave me one, that would be really cool because I had been given Caltrips, but I still hadn't found one. I hadn't got that excitement for finding one, and then to go last year and on my birthday end up finding some.
How many did you find?
I think on my birthday I found 3, and Jay gave me one and Clay gave me one. And
Sweet.
then we went back another day, and I pulled 16 of them out.
Nice. Nice.
So I still want to go and get more because I think they're really cool, and I want to try to get enough to make. I don't know exactly what I want to make with them yet, but some kind of what would you call it? Like a board where you can a display board, but some design out of them. I want to do. I give Brian from Tri Valley and his brother Brandon one, and Brian took a. Boy, it sucks getting old, Dave, and your brain don't work.
I know that feeling.
A little sand blaster where he works, and use some real fine sand, and it looks brand new. It shines like a brand new one.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Brian, make a trophy with him. You just going to keep rubbing that in, Brian. I thought you were my buddy, dude.
I found a funky little display for mine. I made a house out of it.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah, man.
I like that.
But one of these.
I think I have 2 grape shots that Clay and Jen gave me, but I still want to find my own. You know, it's. I might make a trophy with them, Brian. I'm gonna make I'm gonna make one bigger than Risha's.
I've only got a few.
Golly. That is awesome.
There's some of them are massive ones, and then some of them are small ones.
That's really cool. I'd be happy with any size of one, but someday I'll find one. I guess if I found everything I wanted to find right off, then there would be no more excitement about it.
Yeah, you get bored, mate.
T said we found a new Harley frame, a cannonball, and several grape shots, caltrips, picaroons, train wheels, Model T wheel.
I'm so glad I got a picaroon last time I came. I was over the moon with that.
Yeah. Yeah, T, that school bell was a really cool find.
I think I brought 4 home with me.
Shannon said a caltrip is really high on his bucket list. He's never seen one in person. I'll have to fix that sometime, Shannon. You haven't paid Brian enough to be your buddy. You have to outbid Risha. I know, Mary. Brian and Risha's pretty tight.
Do you remember on our last day in the States, and I had my magnet back to Clay, we pulled out them spikes that went into the logs?
Yeah.
And I gave them away because I didn't think I'd get them home on the plane. I managed one. I've been naughty.
That's awesome. Yeah, I don't think I ever found one. Risha pulled out 2 or 3 on her first throw.
So I ain't bringing this one back.
I can't remember the name of it now, but it's what they use on logs. It's got the pipe on the wooden handle.
Yeah.
That it's got the hook that comes around, and I found the pipe, I found the hook, but that pipe goes in the end of that.
Oh, this,
and
yeah.
Risha pulled, I think, 3 out her first throw, and I threw it through. Did I ever find one? I don't think so. I might have. Yeah. Jody told Shannon, because Shannon said he had never seen a picker or a Caltrip in person.
Yeah.
And Jody said if he'd wave at him when he passed by, he'd show the ones he got in the back of his car. Shannon said he'd have to slow that supercar down when you rode past him.
But the real prize Calthrop is finding one in the UK.
Yeah.
They
Rob,
are here.
they're fishing.
They are here, but they're rare as rocking horse poo.
See, I haven't found any in Missouri either. You would think they'd have to be there, but the ones we're finding in Wisconsin are near where old trains were. Like they either fell off the train or they were loading them on a train and they found the water. I don't know. Because the two places I know they've been found, we were at in Wisconsin, were next to train tracks.
Yeah.
And I've magnet fished several different train tracks around here and never found one. How you doing tonight, Rob? Thanks for coming in, buddy.
Right, well, I'm gonna get going because I've been up all day editing. And what time is it here? Well, it's only 10 to 1 in the morning.
Only
Have you got any matchsticks?
hold your eyes open. I'm not going to stay on much longer, Dave. Risha and I, neither one of us are feeling the greatest. And Jersey Ray is probably live right now. So if you want to stick around for a minute after I end the stream, we can talk for a minute. And
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, I'll be up for that. Yeah.
If you all,
I'm itching to tell you on news.
okay. I want to thank you all for coming in tonight. One of us will see you next week and go over and do a Jersey Ray raid. Tell her Iron Antler sent you. We appreciate each and every one of you. Much love to you all. Have a blessed night.